The wind is different here. Not the wind, you know, the kind that hums through leaves or dances between glass towers. No, this wind howls through time. It tastes of ash and salt, dust and blood. It screams across an ancient plain where the trees are not trees, but towering ferns, and the sun burns through a sky with no blue, just a thick golden haze. Here, on the edge of a dying Permian world, something stirs. A shadow breaks from the rock. It limps, it breathes, it lives. Meet Inostrancevia, the Gorgon beast. No, it's not a dinosaur. It came before them, before feathers, before roars shook the forest. Before the age of reptiles, there was an age of survivors, and Inostrancevia was a monster born of desperation. 12 feet long, saber-like teeth, eyes forward like a lion's. It hunted with precision, with patience. But this world, it wasn't built for patience anymore. It was collapsing, from the inside out, the Permian. A world choking on its own breath. Volcanoes erupted across what is now Siberia, spewing carbon into the sky for thousands of years. Rain turned to acid, oceans turned to poison. The oxygen dropped so low that even the insects, those kings of survival, began to vanish. It was the worst extinction event in Earth's history. 90% of all life gone. But not yet, for now the Gorgon beast walks through cracked riverbeds that once teemed with fish, past skeletons of creatures it once hunted. It is starving, but it moves with purpose. It has to, because somewhere beyond the red horizon, there is something more dangerous than famine, more final than the heat. Another Inostrancevia, a rival. And this isn't just a fight for food. It's a fight for the right to exist. In the distance, thunder. No, it's not weather. There's no mercy in the sky anymore. It's footsteps, slow, heavy, measured. They meet at what used to be a watering hole, now just a shallow pit, rimmed with white salt and bones. The two creatures circle. Their saber teeth gleam in the dim light. They hiss, not like snakes, but something more guttural, something that speaks to the fear carved into their DNA. Then silence, stillness older than war. They lunge, teeth clash, claws rake, dust flies in plumes around their writhing bodies. A final ballet, ugly, raw, majestic. This isn't sport, this isn't rage, this is necessity. Minutes stretch into centuries. And then one falls. The victor stands trembling, chest heaving, blood streaking down its flank. But there is no triumph in its gaze, just exhaustion, a primal ache. It limps to the edge of the dried pool, takes one breath, another, then lowers itself beside its fallen kin. There is no water, no prey, no future, only the bones and the wind. You may never have heard of Inostrancevia, but it once stood where you stand. It lived and fought and struggled, not for glory, but for a tomorrow that never came. It was one of the last apex predators of the Permian, and like all great creatures of Earth, its story is written not in books, but in stone. In cracks across ancient rock, in teeth buried miles below, in the silence between breaths. When we speak of extinction, we often talk about the end. But this is about the moment before, the heartbeat at the edge of oblivion. And somehow, that heartbeat echoes still.